Friends, I am Dr. Sujit Ghosh. Welcome to my channel, Dr. Ghosh Presents. Sign symptoms and uses of Homeo-Remedy Nux Moschata. Full name Nux Moschata, short name Nux Mosch. I will use this name here. Common name nutmeg, source, tree, vegetable world. Spheres of action Nux Moschata. Mainly acts on mind, nervous system, mucous membrane, skin, gastro-intestinal tract, respiratory organs, uterus and ovaries. Pathogenesis Nux Mosch acts on skin, mucous membrane producing dryness, on nervous system and mind producing stupor, insensibility and unconquerable sleep, weakness in memory and changeable moods, on GI tract resulting in great distension of abdomen and diarrhea, etc. Further, it can also produce rheumatic affections and problems on respiratory tract, rheumatic affection and problems on respiratory tract, setting in cough and hoarseness, and heart it brings tonic and clonic spasms with oppression, giddiness, palpitation and faintness. Constitution of Nux Moschata. Physical makeup best suited to women, children with dry skin who rarely perspire. On old, weak, delicate, sensitive and dyspeptic people having hydrogenoid constitution. Temperament nervous, hysterical, hot or chilly, chilly patient. Miasm, Shora psychosis in the backdrop. Diathesis, rheumatic. Mental journals of Nux Moschata. Absent-minded, cannot think or concentrate mind, indifferent to everything, much forgetful, such that cannot recognize a well-known place, very weak memory, cannot remember anything. Delicate maniac hysteric ladies. Loud soliloquy, speaking to oneself. Sense of duality. The sense of duality that he sensed that he is two. There are two existence of his. This is duality. This picture actually is a representation of duality picture. While reading, talking, writing, their thought vanish. Suffer from irresistible desire to sleep, always feel drowsy, sleepy, stupor and insensible, hysterical with frequent change of mood, now laughing, then crying, mental depression from grief, sudden change from grave to gay, from lively to serene. Physical journals. Drowsiness, sleepiness, also chilliness, keynote of the drug. We are with almost all complaints, these symptoms. Maybe anyone, any two, or all the three. Dryness, skin, mouth, tongue, everything is dry, is another keynote. Marked thirstlessness and oversensitivity to all impression like light, sound, pain, etc. They can cause vertigo, nausea, vomiting, fainting. That is this light, sound, pain, touch. These are external impressions. They can cause these particular diseases in the person. Their pains are fleeting in nature. Marked tendency to faint and become unconscious, soporous, as if intoxicated. When at stool, menses, sight of blood, slight pain while standing. So many things, just fainting and unconsciousness may be arise while epilepsy with consciousness. Epilepsy with consciousness. Person suffering from epilepsy, but he is in full conscious layer. Flatulent distension of abdomen and diarrhea. Liquoria in place of menses. Physometra means just escaping of wind from vaginal canal. Loose cough after eating, dry cough after drinking. Great soreness of parts upon which they lie, with tendency to bed sore. Perhaps you note how peculiar the medicine is, the remedy is, how peculiar symptoms it depicts. So many peculiar symptoms are there. You please read this thing 1, 2, thrice. Modalities of Nux Mosch. Worse, cold bath, damp, wind, drafts, fog. Cold feet, pregnancy, change of season, emotion, exertion, excitement, menses, jar, slight causes, summer, hot weather, motion, lying on painful side, overeating, milk, shaking head. There are so many conditions and positions and factors which worsen the situation of Nux mosquito patient. Better moist heat, warm room, dry weather. Head symptom of Nux mos. Aches, bursting in temple. Temple on the right hand side, I have shown in the picture what is the temple. Better from heart pressure, vertigo as if drunk, staggering when walking in open air. Head feels full, as if expanding. Cerebral congestion, brain feel loose, striking the sides on motion. That is when head is second, it is as if it is felt that the brain matter is striking on the sides. Painless pulsating in head, small spot. Convulsive movement of the head, could not swallow or talk. Raising head from pillow causes deathly sickness. Head drops forward while sitting. Eye symptoms of Nux mos. Objects look larger or too small, very distant, oblique, too close together, vanish or looks red. Blindness when fainting. Eye seems dry, preventing movements of the eyelids. Pterygium over cornea. Pterygium is a growth-like structure. Look at this figure, pterygium. This brown color, actually lightly red colored structure, growth. It comes from sclera and goes towards the cornea. This is called pterygium. Actually, these are generally surgical disease, but Nux mosquito has the power to cure this if it is used in the primary phase. If it is bigger, then it will require a long time. The patient will not give you that time. So it's very difficult. Then they will go to ophthalmologist and they will simply operate it. Nose symptom of Nux mos. Oversensitive to smell, dark bleeding from nose, dry, stopped up, must breathe through mouth. Face symptoms of Nux mos. Pale, retracted lips, foolish, childish expression, diabolic grin. This is just example. I'm just some you could say astonishing or not astonishing. There is a peculiar picture of diabolic grin. Jaws as if paralyzed, cannot close them. Lips swollen, stick together. Mouth symptom Nux mos. Dry, teeth seem pulled, no thrust. Toothache during pregnancy. Better from warmth, worse from touch, sucking. Teeth seem loose. Tongue adheres to the roof of the mouth. Tongue numb, paralyzed, speech difficult. Saliva lessened. Thick, cottony saliva. Throat symptom of Nux mos. Dry, difficult swallowing from paralysis of muscles. Stomach symptom of Nux mos. Craving for highly seasoned foods which agree. Highly seasoned food which agree. Loathing of food when eating or thinking of it. Eating too much causes headache. Digestion weak. Foods turn to gas. Flatulent dyspepsia and hiccup. Abdomen symptoms of Nux mos. Excessively bloated. Flatulent colic as of a board in hypogastrium. As of a board in hypogastrium. The picture of hypogastrium I have given here. Please note. There are 9 quadrants here. Of the 9 quadrants, the hypogastrium. Please check where the hypogastrium is. You have to remember these 9 points if you want to know how to practice this portion, this various spaces. You must note this is very clinical thing. Every doctor refers to these places. Rectum inactive, navel sore, ulcerated, festering. Stool soft but unable to expel. Putrid, bright yellow, leonteric, that is stool nature. Faintness during or after stool. Summer diarrhea, worse from boiled milk, cold drinks. Urinary symptoms, Nux mos. Dysuria. Dysuria means painful urination from mere wine in hysteria. With dysmenorrhea after eating. Dysuria from uterine complaints. Urine smell like violet. Female symptoms of nasmos. Menses irregular in time and quantity. Irregular in time and quantity. Thick, dark, suppressed. Leukorrhea muddy, bloody replaces menses. Leukorrhea replaces menses. Mammy too small, nipples retracted, physometra. Physometra I have already tell you. This is a passing of wind from vagina. Deficient labor pains, continuous and obstinate flooding. Deficient labor pain but continuous and obstinate flooding during pregnancy, during labor. Respiratory symptoms of nasmos. Voice hoarse when walking against wind. Hysterical cough. Worse when getting warm in bed. Loss of strength when standing in water. Dyspnea with feeling of weight on chest. Hysterical asthma. Difficult inhalation. Heart symptoms of nasmos. Trembling, fluttering as from fright, fear or sadness. Palpitation better walking about. That is when the patient walks about, his palpitation goes better. Drinking warm water also the same, better palpitation. Sensation as if something grasps the heart. Exciting fear of death. Pulse intermittent, long interval. Pulse weak, irregular. Neck and back symptoms of nasmos. Neck so weak, head drops forward on chest. Pain in back, now in lumbar, then in sacrum region. That is pain changing places. Pain along spine. Backache and neuralgia of sacrum and coccyx. I have shown in the picture everything. I will just explain. Worse, riding in a carriage. As if a piece of wood stretched across a sacrum. Worse before menses. Now look at this figure. This is the spine bone. First 7 is cervical spine. Next 12 thoracic spine. Next 5 lumbar spine. Next 4 sacrum. Last 3 to 5 coccyx. These are fused. This is the structures. Now you can see what is what. Everything is there. All things explained. Where is sacrum, where is coccyx, everything is there, and how many number of vertebrae are there, I have already mentioned. Extremity symptom from nasmos. Limb as if floating in the air. Fatigue on slight exertion. Drawing, wandering, rheumatic pain, worse from cold damp air, cold wet clothes, better from warmth, and hysterical paralysis. Notice what is hysterical paralysis. Mind it, this peculiar term will be there in Materia Medica. Hysterical paralysis, hysterical asthma, hysterical rheumatism. This means that this disease is not true disease. If you check pathologically, if you examine it, investigate it, you will show no pathological problem, but the patient shows the symptom. This type of disease are called hysterical paralysis. There is no true paralysis, but the patient is showing as if it is paralyzed. But when you check it physically with instruments or with other investigation, you will say there is no problem. This is hysterical. Hysterical asthma is there, hysterical rheumatism, hysterical paralysis. Mind this, hysterical means this type of disease is completely incurable in modern medicine. They will say, it is no disease, you please go away. But we have our medicine. Because the patient is suffering, you have to give medicine. Whether it is hysterical or it is true or something else, but you have to relieve him. Dry palms, soles moist. Feel as if treading on hard peas when walking. Peculiar feeling. Feels as if treading on hard peas when walking. Feet cold with appearance of menses. Whenever menses appear, feet feels cold. Skin symptom of nasmos. Dry, cold, blue spots. Sleep symptom of nasmos. Sleepy attacks. Sudden with vertigo. Great sleepiness with all complaints. It has already been generalized. The first physical general symptoms was there. Dreams of falling from high places. Of being pursued. A fever symptom nasmos. Alternate chill and heat. Chill with stupor. Sweat red or bloody or absent. Complementary calcarea. Lycopodium. Related rustox. Opium. Gelsemium. Muscus. Crocus or cannabis. With this the video ends. Thanks for listening and viewing. If you feel any problem, please write it in the comment section. I would certainly respond.